First Corinthians chapter 6, verse 11. Do you not know that your bodies are members of Christ himself? Shall I then take the members of Christ and unite them with a prostitute? Never. And the interpretation that I have written down for this verse is this. Be wary of whom you lend your body to, because our bodies are temples of God, and when two temples come together, they become one. Every time you're about to go out sleeping with somebody else or indulge in fornication, think about the fact that you and those people will become one flesh. In 2024, when I first got saved, the beginning of that year when I first got saved, I had no interest in pursuing women or getting into a relationship or getting a girlfriend or anything like that. But there was this one girl that came along. Y'all know about her by now. I've mentioned her a couple of times. My ex. I still won't say her name. Like, come on, now, do I look stupid to you? Cause I'm not. Okay, maybe just a little bit, but look though, I got into this relationship, and I was like, okay, Christ, this is my first relationship whilst being in love with you as well, and so I was trying to learn how to put away with my fleshly desires. I was trying to learn how to put away with my sexual immorality and my lust that I had carried over into my life and had not freed myself from after being in the world, since before coming to Christ, right? Before coming to Christ, I had another girlfriend. I was in a relationship for like a year and 6 months or a year and some change. And we had, done the deed, all that good stuff. That good stuff? I wouldn't say good stuff. All those kinds of things, fornication and all that. And I hadn't had like an attachment, like a soul tie. Like I had it for a good bit, but then it went away, mainly because of the fact that we couldn't see each other every single day. And so it didn't really become an issue. But in this relationship, it did become an issue because it got so bad to the point where whenever we saw each other, that would be like it wouldn't be the only thing we did, but it was a big heavy thing that did that blah, 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 blah. It was a heavy thing in our relationship. The promiscuity, and it was bad. It was very bad. Um, Mainly because it took away the aspect of loving each other as friends first, and later on down the line, it drew me away from Christ. Um, I'm not saying that she was a prostitute or anything like that because she's far from it. She's a lovely lady, beautiful woman. I thank God for that relationship because I learned a lot of different things from her. But I'm just saying this to be so that you guys can be mindful of who you're lending your bodies to, right? Make sure that it's someone that you plan on marrying. Make sure that it's someone that you plan on being with for the rest of your life. Because if you don't, then you'll have that soul tie. You'll have that bond, that connection that you're not supposed to have until you're husband and wife. And doing this outside of marriage just leads to a number of different problems. Y'all go from loving each other as friends and everything is all fine and dandy, and then you guys do the deed, and all of a sudden, you guys start arguing. All of a sudden, you guys have issues, you guys have problems, and it's because you allowed that lust to come in. And when you allow lust to come in, you allow room for the enemy to creep in as well. But if you were to remain as friends and have loved each other like that, then all things would have been good. You keep the eros love out of it until you guys get married. Keep the eros love out of it until you guys get married and continue to worship and fellowship in that phileo love, loving Christ as he loves you. But I just to say that be mindful of who you sleep with. Make sure you're married to that person. Make sure that your life is devoted to that person in the same way that your life is devoted to Christ. In Jesus' name, God bless y'all.